A myth, created in the darkest depths of the internet. A beast without a face, with the ability to stretch its limbs to impossible proportions. The power to instill insomnia and paranoia in its victims. The myth that inspired a lone game developer to build a game which will change the horror genre forever. The game, Slender. The myth, the Slender Man. The operator, Mr. Slim, Mr. Thin, the tall man, the thin man, the slender man. The creature takes many names, but every interpretation of the myth shares many similarities. According to the legend, the Slender Man takes the form of a tall, faceless humanoid creature and wears an elegant suit and tie. It has the ability to stretch or contract its limbs on demand, cause insomnia and paranoia in its victims, and can teleport at will. It is also said that the Slender Man's presence often causes technology to malfunction. Recorded video becomes distorted with static and glitches, and audio commonly goes missing. Created by an artist under the username Victor Surge, the Slender Man's first appearance was in February of 2006, featuring in 2 photoshopped images posted to a thread on the Something Awful forums, both with a haunting story accompanying the visuals. We didn't want to go. We didn't want to kill them, but its persistent silence and outstretched arms horrified and comforted us at the same time. 1983. Photographer unknown, presumed dead. Since its inception in 2006, the myth of the Slender Man has become wildly popular, spreading through social networking sites and internet forums, eventually influencing the creation of short films, fan art, parodies, and a panoply of web series. But perhaps one of the most renowned adaptations of the myth is a simple, yet exceedingly frightening independent video game with the capacity to change the survival horror genre forever. Simple concept, simple gameplay, simple goal. And yet immediately following its release in June 2012, the game gained a huge following amongst horror fanatics and casual gamers alike, even sparking major gaming website IGN to call it pure horror. Developed by Parsec Productions, Slender the 8 Pages is a first-person horror survival game which drops the player into a forest at night, armed with only a flashlight with a very limited power supply. It is here that the player is given the game's only instructions: collect 8 pages. Where these pages might be, what they might say, and why they need to be collected is never explained. It's up to you, the player, to find your own way from here. And so, you begin to walk.
It's a little cubby house.
The Slender Man follows, always watching.
Whoa! Whoa!
Slowly stalking the player. The game embraces your fear of being alone in a strange place, utilizing a range of key, minimalistic horror elements to produce its tension. The visuals are very simple, as are the gameplay mechanics, with the atmosphere relying heavily on the sound design.
Oh shit, you fucking there! God damn it!
The myth has become such a significant part of the online community, with such a ubiquitous presence, that you can expect many more adaptations and creative works featuring the myth in the future. He's here now, and he's here to stay.
Last night I woke up from a pleasant dream. nightmares lying next to me. Tell me what haunts you in your sleep. It brings to mind familiar memories. An image of the warmest summer day. A monster watches while the children play. You ask me if I can relate. Truth is, I used to be afraid till I approached him as a friend. And that's the last I heard of Slender Man. Sent from my thoughts off to a distant land, where dated fears come to retire. A growing mind has no desire to be concerned with make-believe.